by God's grace, safe and healthy. Okay, without much further ado, let us start this emergency meeting with our preliminaries. And let us start this with a prayer to be followed by the national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, nagsasilangan, alalang ng puso, sa litin mo'y buhay, upang hinirang, tuwin ka ng magiting, sa manlulupit, di ka masisingin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong mga, manilag ang tula, tawid sa paglay minamahal, ang islat ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig. Ang bituin na taraw niya kailan pa may nagdidinig. Lupa na bayan ng ating pasinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pa may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
اللهم يا من على العرش استوى، يا من خلق فسوى وقدر فهدى وأعطى كل شيء خلقه ثم هدى، يا من أضحك وأبكى وأمات وأحيا وأسعد وأشقى وأوجد وأبلى ورفع وخفض وأعز وأذل وأعطى ومنع ورفع ووضع، سبحان من شق البحار وأجرى الأنهار وكور النهار على الليل والليل على النهار، يا من هدى من ضلاله وأنقذ من جهاله وأنار الأبصار وأحيا الضمائر والأفكار. اللهم وفقنا لهداك واجعل عملنا في رضاك. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها، أنت وليها ومولاها. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين يا رب العالمين.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated on your comfortable seats as we're about to begin. First, I would like to seek your cooperation in completing this emergency meeting. Kindly switch off your microphones to avoid interruption, and just raise your hand by clicking the buttons there. So I hope we can have your full cooperation and your attention in this emergency meeting. So first, to our SDS, Edelberto L. Oclinaria, our ASDS Rosemary T. Masasar, our SGOD Chief, Dr. Maria Carmela T. Ablin, our CID Chief, Maria Eva S. Edon, our Administrative Officer 5, Armando B. Pasok. Good morning, everyone. So, first, I will give to you our Schools Division Superintendent. I hope Sir Eddie is around. Sir Eddie. Okay, since okay, to give his message, let us hear our Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Edelberto L. Oplinaria. Sir Eddie, are you around?
Okay, thank you, Jill.
Okay, thank you, sir.
By due respect to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Rosemary Tulod Basisar, our Chief of the School Governance and Operation Division, Dr. Maria Carmela Tiablin, our Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Maria Iba Sairi Idon, all public schools district supervisors who might be attending this meeting, all education program supervisors in attendance, personnel from the Curriculum Implementation Division, as well as other personnel from the OSDS. My morning greetings to each one of you. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks for your attendance in today's emergency meeting. And I have to call this emergency meeting because there are important topics that we need to discuss that could not wait for the next schedule of the Division Mancom. Our Division Mancom is supposed to be by next week, but then because of some concerns also brought about by some activities in the region, which will also postpone and move to other schedule before we ascertain the Division Mancom schedule. Hence, we have no other recourse but to change also all the schedules. That is why when we have a discussion yesterday, I have no option but to call for this emergency meeting for all of you, my dear school heads. Yesterday, I had the chance to discuss some matters with the leadership of the secondary school heads, or the DAPSHI. And then, after the discussion, when I returned to my office, I read also a letter coming from the president of the PISPA, Dr. Hasmin Maruhom, requesting for an audience also about this topic that we are about to discuss. The same topic that I have also the fortune of discussing yesterday with the secondary school heads. It's about your OPCRF. Okay? I understand there are some concerns on this because, as informed to me by the secondary school heads, there was also an issuance from the division, from the School Governance and Operations Division, about a format of the OPCRF, which for others is, they said it's different from the one that we prepared at the start of the school year, the one which I have already signed. Okay? So, for us to avoid those confusions, we are here for this discussion, for this meeting, and it will be dished out to you. And I hope everybody will listen carefully and take note, because this will be discussed to us by first our Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Meraiba Sairi Idon, who will be discussing about the principle of the PPSH, no? The Philippine Public Secondary School Heads functions as mandated by the PPSH, and also she will discuss about the 5 domains, about your respective functions as school heads. Then after the PPSH principle that will be discussed by Dr. Idon, Dr. Maricarte Abdin, our SGOD chief, will also discuss to you the OPCRF format. And please take note, because this is the part wherein you will be guided whether there was a difference between the previous arrangement we have at the start of the school year, that is the OPCRF form we gave you, and the latest issuance uh, just very recently issued by the SGOD. So again, I will not preempt matters. I just want you to sit back, relax, and let us learn together. And if you have some concerns or questions, you can shoot it up so that we will have a full understanding of the topic. Again, my heartfelt thanks to all of you. My dear school heads, how I wish I will enumerate each one of you, but it will take much of my time and it's not practical anymore. So, without much ado, I'll be giving back the microphone to our MC so that we can proceed with the program. Once again, thank you so much and let us learn together. Ask questions to clarify. Okay? Thank you. Have a fruitful day ahead. Good morning.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Eddie, for that very comprehensive input. So I know school heads, you already have the idea as to what on where will be this emergency meeting will go. So without much further ado, I will give to you our CID chief, Dr. Maria Eva S. Edon. Ma'am Eva. Ma'am Ev.
Yes, Ma'am Jen, good morning.
Okay, good
My
morning, Ma'am
morning
Ev.
greetings and respect to our very dynamic Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Edelberto L. Oplinaria, CESO 5. Of course, to our equally active Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Rosemary T. Masesar. To our SGOD Chief, Dr. Maria Carmela T. Ablin, our Administrative Officer 5, Sir Armando B. Pasok, our HRMO, Sir Warnie Edria, of course to all the CID, SGOD, and OSDS personnel, all elementary school heads in attendance. A pleasant morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. It's my privilege, no? I feel it a privilege to present to you the EPSSH, which is actually our basis now in crafting the revised OPCRF, no, for school heads. Allow me now to present to you some of the very important points, no, on the EPSSH, which was actually released by the central office way back 2020. Okay, so this is now the OPCRF for school heads. Our legal basis here is actually RA 9155, which is the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001. DepEd Order number 24, series of 2020. This is the national adoption and implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads. And during the onslaught of the COVID-19, the central office released the supplemental document on the RPMS for school year 2020 to 2021 in the time of COVID-19. These are now our basis in really pursuing the development of the revised OPCRF for school heads, which we will be using in the rating of performance this year. So let me review you on the roles of school heads. Actually, this is a little bit long. That's the reason why I just would like to encourage you to read the Republic Act 9155 and of course, DepEd Order number 42 series of 2017 and DepEd Order number 36 series of 2013. I'll no longer read the content of these two slides because this is long. Let us just immediately proceed to the national adoption and implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads. Let me read the uh, provisions in this DepEd order. First, in line with the commitment of the Department of Education to support school heads so they can better perform their roles in schools, including the improvement of teacher quality, and through this, learner achievement, the DepEd issues this order titled National Adoption and Implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads, or the PPSSH. Let us remember that this order was actually released way back August 24, 2020. Number two, the DepEd recognizes the importance of professional standards in the continuing professional development and advancement of school heads based on the principles of career-long learning. The DepEd upholds that quality student learning is contingent upon quality teachers who are supported by quality school leaders. The changes brought about by various national and global frameworks such as the K-12 Basic Education Program, Asian integration, globalization, and changing character of 21st century learners necessitate a call for the development of the National Competency-Based Standards for School Heads, or NCBTS. Number four, this policy institutionalizes the PPSSH as a public statement of professional accountability for school heads to reflect on and assess their own practice as they aspire for and pursue professional development. This policy is consistent with the implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers adopted through DepEd Order number 42, Series 2017, the transformation of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines pursuant to DepEd Order 11, Series of 2019, and the implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for Supervisors. Actually, very soon, the Philippine Professional Standards for Supervisors will also be released. Number five, the development and validation work of the PPSSH led by the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development, BHROD, and the National Educators Academy of the Philippines, or NEAP, in collaboration with the Philippine National Research Center for Teacher Quality, or RCTQ, has ensured that this set of standards is K-12 aligned, internationally comparable, and responsive to the career aspirations of school heads. This is now the framework of the PPSSH. There are 5 domains actually. So first is leading strategically, then managing school operations and resources. Number 3 is focusing on teaching and learning. Then the developing self and others, building, and last is building connections. This will actually be, these are actually the domains, and each of the domains has specific indicators. No, so all these are actually focused on holistically developing Filipino learners through school effectiveness and people effectiveness. These are now the 5 domains which we used as basis in revising the OPCRF, for school heads. But don't you worry, because the MOVs specifically from the old OPCRF are still the same MOVs that are in this revised OPCRF. We just actually used three bases. First is this 5 domains. Second is the list of functions that you actually signed when you were promoted as school heads. And of course, we used as basis the old OPCRF. So let me just inform you that the MOVs that are reflected in the new OPCRF are actually the MOVs or the things that you have been doing during the entire year. Okay, so let me now present to you the 5 domains. Domain 1 is leading strategically. There, you will have the vision, mission, and core values, school planning and implementation, policy implementation and review, research and innovation, program design and implementation, learner voice, and monitoring and evaluation processes and tools. Later, I will be showing to you some examples of the KRAs, no, from the old one, and the which can be found in the new one. So, like for example, KRA1, asa na siya na belong, which KRA in the revised OPCRF, can this KRA be found? So, we will discuss that a little bit later. Then, for domain 2, we have managing school operations and resources. There you will find records management, financial management, school facilities and equipment, management of staff, school safety for disaster preparedness, mitigation and resiliency, and emerging opportunities and challenges. Then, domain 3 will focusing on teaching and learning. So, this will include your MOVs or the documents on school-based review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards, teaching standards and pedagogies, teacher performance feedback, learner achievement, and other performance indicators. Then we have learning assessment, learning environment. Sure jud kayo ang learning environment is found in the old one. Career awareness and opportunities, and learner discipline. Then domain 4 is on developing self and others. First, we have personal and professional development. Next is professional reflection and learning, professional networks, performance management, professional development of school personnel, leadership development in individuals and teams, general welfare of human resources, and rewards and recognition mechanism. The last domain is on building connections. This consists of management of diverse relationships, management of school organizations, inclusive practice, communication, and community engagement. If you will try to take a look at all of the 5 domains, all these are actually the ones that you have been doing, no? Ever since you started as school heads, okay? So, walay problema. I don't think there's a problem with the things that you will be submitting during the evaluation. Now, these are the guidelines, no, in the crafting of the OPCRF. In the development of the school office performance commitment and review forms, school heads are encouraged to refer to the Philippine Professional Standards for School Heads, or PPSSH, enclosed in DepEd Order Number 24, Series 2020, in crafting their key results areas and objectives. KRAs and objectives may also include division and what's this? For a while, division and school targets agreed upon by the rater and the ratee. In the development of the individual performance commitment and review form of the school-based non-teaching personnel, the personnel is directed to craft their KRAs and objectives that are aligned to the school OPCR form. The KRAs and objectives shall be agreed upon by the rater and the ratee. The public schools district supervisors, I'm sure they are listening right now. Actually, they are located, all of them are at Tubod Central Elementary School now. They are gathered because we will have a meeting right after this meeting also. Uh, our meeting will also consist of this one, the evaluation of your OPCRF. Are advised to assist school heads in the performance target setting, development of OPCR form, and initial development planning during the phase 1 of the RPMS cycle, school year 2021-2022. School heads are advised to do the same assistance to all school-based non-teaching personnel. The very reason why we were not able to gather was because of COVID. This time, we are very happy that our schools division superintendent will allow us to do the face-to-face performance evaluation. Okay, so kuan na ta kaayo kanang we are ready with this. This is now the phases of RPMS cycle. Now, let me proceed right away to phase 3, which is year-end review. No, this is actually a week after scheduled graduation. That's why our schools division superintendent really asked us to do the performance review and evaluation already, because a month after, we will have the performance rewarding and development planning. Now, let me proceed to some examples of the revised OPCRF and the old OPCRF. Now, take a look at KRA1 for the old OPCRF, which is actually instructional leadership. The MOVs here are actually the ISP, the class COPs, technical assistance plan, and our TOGA and all. This can be found in Domain 3 under 3.2, which is teaching standards and pedagogies. Meaning to say, all you have to do is to just check, I-check ninyo which of the, which KRA will this new KRA fall. Because what we did when we crafted, and I would like to recognize all the SGOD, OSDS, and CID personnel who painstakingly crafted this new revised OPCRF here, and for really doing their part, So for another example, revised OPCRF domain 1.2, school planning and implementation. We actually have here the MOVs. Now you can find that in the old OPCRF KRA 5.4, because that talks about SIPs and okay, so because it's school management and operations, so we will be asking for SIPs, annual implementation plan, BELCP, and so on and so forth. Then for records management, this is actually under SGOD, which would really ask you to submit the SBM level of practice. For the old OPCRF, that's under KRA 4.2. Okay, another one is monitoring and evaluation processes and tools. That is domain 1.7. That can be found in KRA 4.2. That's still KRA, that's still M&E, for monitoring and evaluation. Okay, so that's it. I did not have, I wasn't able to have all of the KRAs and the new KRAs presented here, but I'm very sure that you will be able to check to see the KRAs, the old KRAs and the new KRAs, as we just simply rearranged them so that we can have the PPSSH based OPCRF. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much. If you have questions later, then we will try our best to enlighten you with the things that are bugging you while you were preparing your MOV. Salamat and maayong buntag sa tanan. Thank you,
Thank you so
Jen.
much, Ma'am Eva. Okay, so now you
Okay.
can raise your clarifications, your questions while Ma'am Eva is still around.
Okay. For a while, Jen, ha? I'll just stop my presentation. Okay na, Jen?
Yes, Ma'am Ev.
Okay, so again, for your questions, we have with us our very active chief of the SGOD, Dr. Maria Carmela Ablin. We also have, of course, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Rose. And syempre, always and always, we have with us our SDS, our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Edelberto Oplinaria. We also have with us all other personnel from the SGOD, OSDS, and CID. Again, salamat kayo sa tanan. Jen, wala pa'y pangutana. Those of you who would like to raise questions, you are free to raise your hand by pressing the reaction button.
Okay, school heads.
Any question?
Good morning, school heads. You can now raise your questions, clarifications. Okay, Ma'am Ev. Ma'am Eva.
Yes, Jen. Yes, Ma'am Jen.
Do we still have another speaker aside from you?
Wala na, Miss Jen, because the very purpose why we have called for this emergency meeting, according to our schools division superintendent, is to give our school heads the opportunity to ask questions or to clarify things so that they can be able to prepare their MOVs for the evaluation of the OPCRF. Ma'am Rona Nakwa is raising her hand. Ma'am Ron?
Okay. Ma'am Rona, good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am Chief. Good morning, SDS. This is not a question, Ma'am. There is just a this is just a making an appeal to you, to all of you in the division. We know that the new OPCRF are aligned and we are guided with the DepEd Order number 24, Series 2020, and that is the national adaptation of the PPSSH. So last week, we saw the new OPCRF and we are amazed and impressed that this is the OPCRF that we are looking for. Kay aligned jud siya sa work nga among ginabuhat sa school. Ang among i-appeal lang ma'am sa ako alang sa SND in behalf of SND school heads, among time, in fact nag-start na mi last Friday. Gi-orient mi sa amo ang supervisor about the new OPSRF and nakita namo nga klaro na jud kayo nga kanang plaster na siya ma'am, wala gud mi objection kay kanang kanang align gud siya sa tanang ginabuhat, especially the domain 1 and domain 5 kanang plaster kaayo from kanang working strategically, involved tanan ang mga tao in the community taman sa domain 5. Ang amo lang ma'am kanang ang time kay na siya nga kanang or kanang this week na dayon. In fact, tomorrow na dayon mag-start ang uban. So kana lang ma'am, wala jud me question with regards to the new objectives. Pero dili lang jud sa time ma'am kung okay lang unta nga bisag 1 week tagaan mi o kana extension. Kana na ma'am, answer.
Okay, sige Ma'am Rona. I think our schools division superintendent, Sir Eddie, is listening. We also have our ASDS, Ma'am Rose. Let's raise that appeal. And of course, our chief of the SGOD is with us now.
Yes ma'am. That's your statement before that all the documents prepare na meet daan ato. Ang amo lang ma'am pagplaster lang gyud ma'am. Parehaan ni ma'am mo na sa mga tubangan. These are the kanang IPCRF of teachers. Dayon consolidate pa namo gyud ma'am. Kanang amo na gyud gitrabaho kay nag-start me last Friday kay kabalo jud mi ma'am nga mao na gyud to ang kanang plaster nga PRA aligned jud sa among trabaho and we appreciate of that ma'am and sir SDS.
Hello, Ev.
Yes, Ma'am Car.
Good morning. For me, the ISGOD, no problem. If they want to appeal for 1 week or 1 month, walay problema sa amo ana. Comment lang ko. No need for you nga magkinahanglan pagali untag 1 week to prepare your documents because 1 year mangguna nat ninyo i-prepare. Anyway, if you have done your best, submit all the reports and accomplishment, etc. Naman gud na siya diha. It takes only 1 day to prepare all the documents. But anyway, wala ko'y problema bisa ko isang semana, isang bulan. Pero kumingon mo preparation, na-prepare na dapat. The only thing lang nga ako nakita nga need pa yun na ma-prepare is the IPCRF of the teachers kay bago pa na human ang klase. So muna ako nakita nga i-cramming ninyo but for all other documents, dili na kinanglan mag-cramming kay 1 year biya na ninyo gi-prepare. Diba? So kung naana na siya nga documents, ready na gid mo daan, ana. Bisan lang lagi 1 day, kaya ra na. One thing is only the IPCRF. So if Ma'am Eva or ASDS or SDS will agree nga 1 week, walay problema sa amo na. As long that you will present to us the exact document. So for the SGOD, walay nawala nga document ha. As of last year, katong natay innovation, pero na-arrange lang siya according to what KRA. Naara ang tanang dokumento, walay natunggang, walay nawala, na-rearrange lang siya sa kung asa siya na KRA nabutang. The same MOVs ang nahitabo. Na-realign lang siya sa asa-asa na objectives na ito. Okay, for me, walay problema ang appeal nila nga 1 week, Ev. I do not know with the others.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Car, Ma'am Chief. Salamat. Let's listen to Ma'am Rose.
Hello, Ma'am Car. Ma'am Car.
Yes, Sir Eddie.
Yes, sir.
What's the concern?
Si Ma'am Rona, Sir Ed, on behalf of the SND School Heads daw, is appealing for an extension of the submission. Sige, Ma'am Ron, ikaw mo personal, ikaw Joy, appeal kang SDS.
Sir SDS, Ma'am ESDS, it would be all the KRA, sir.
For a schedule?
Yes, sir. Schedule. No problem with the KRA, sir, because we believe that it was cropped properly and aligned with the work nga naa sa field. Amo gini, wala yun siya, sir.
Okay.
In fact, nag-start na jud mi, sir, last Friday, and we are still working on it. It would be an appeal to, in behalf of SND administrators, nga 1 week, sir.
Okay, so there are no issues on the difference between the old OPCRF and the new one?
Sir?
No issues anymore? No concerns about the difference of the old OPCRF and the new OPCRF?
No, sir. No, sir. The MOVs are already there. Pareho-pareho na siya, but amo ra gyud siyang i-arrange, sir, according sa new KRA karon.
Okay.
Kana
Sige.
na jud ang problem, sir.
Actually, dali ra magud na og naa lang i-reprint ra man nimo then i-rearrange. I think
Yes, sir.
mga pila lang ka oras mahuman man na kung naa lang.
Sir, this time, sir, we are focusing on the giving of rating for teachers
Okay.
until 14 kay 15. So, in fact, sir, naagyot wala pa gyud kulangan pa ning 7 ka teacher, sir. Ang wala kay nagbakasyon pa. Okay.
Okay.
So, kaya mo mabuo na appeal man siya, sir.
15 Ma'am Car.
Yes, sir.
Unsa possible nga pizza para ninyo nga tagaod mahuman pod ang mga principal sa OPCRF IPCRF sila mga teacher
So for
para
this
maka-concentrate
week,
sila na. Oo.
16. Diba 16 man mo end ang karuna week?
Yes,
Okay, next week.
15,
15.
15,
15, ma'am.
15.
15.
16 is
A
Saturday.
Friday. Okay,
Friday ang last
so
submission.
15 Friday. Friday. Then research congress sa Banato sa Monday.
19 of
sa
20,
research.
19 of 20
Research.
Research Congress, ma'am.
19 and 20 ang congress. So, mga after na
21.
siguro ang congress, ma'am.
21.
21.
21.
Okay, I think that's enough, more than enough.
Sir, pwede 22 kay on-leave ko sa 21 niya. Tutukan man ako ilang OPCRF kay muhatag man ko nila ang perfect score.
Okay. Sige.
Sa perfect document,
Sige,
chief.
okay po yung iba.
Wala, no
Basta
objection
sila
whatsoever, sir.
22 na lang ta mag-start, sir, ha? Kay on-leave ko sa 21.
Okay. ESDS, start 22.
Yes, okay sa ako, sir, para at least ba maka-prepare. There is no reason for them nga wala mahanay kay you are given enough time, more than 1 week sa inyong gipangayo nga kuan nga extension. So hopefully by that time, according to Ma'am Maricar, ma-perfect ang tanan kay para kita best ug makakuha tag pila ka percent kung sa atong PBB. 65 ba na?
65%, ma'am.
Perfect, ma'am.
Oo.
Wala ko perfect. Kaso nga, wala sila sa bottom sa BEIS.
Ah.
Ang bottom
Ay, ayaw na pag move on na Ma'am Maricar kay 100% na ta, di ba? Gahapon ra, before lunchtime.
Lagi man, pero one gyapon sila dito. Basta last sila.
Okay.
Sige.
Okay. Granted.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
June 22.
June 22.
Thank you,
July,
SDS. Thank you, ma'am.
July
July
22, ma'am.
22. Friday. Start of rating of PCRF.
CRF.
Iba, issue another memo amending the first issuance as to the schedule
Yes,
of the
sir.
PCRF evaluation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
July 22.
Yes, Friday.
Oh, that is also true for the secondary school heads also.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. Okay. Granted. Okay na?
Okay, thank you.
Sir, there is an
Thank you,
issue. There is a question from Ma'am Anisa de Socor. Ma'am, answer, good morning. In behalf of the NQASH examinees, basin pwede sad may maka-appeal nga after exam may magpa-rate sa OPCRF. When will be the exam of NQASH? Dili na siguro pwede ni ma'am, dili na siguro ni pwede. Kay o maigo lang siguro ang day sa inyong examination. That's the time siguro na pwede mo ma-excuse.
Okay. Okay, same answer with me. And is this?
Yes, kay basin niya anytime magkuan ba mangayo na sila sa result sa atong kuan sa OPCRF. So at least ready na ta, ma'am.
Ready na.
Kasi naman mo enough time nga mag-prepare, and if you only have the documents with you, walay problema, mahanay ra na ninyo.
Inom pala sa tubig.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody is raising. Kinsa ni? Si...
Hindi makita.
Inom ka sa tubig.
Siya ka na ba?
Ron, Ma'am Rona, do you have
Ready, ma'am.
another question or i-down na imuhang
Microphone.
hand, Miss Rona? Ang imuhang
Imong kamot,
hand.
imong
Inom
kamot
pa rin.
bro na mo naog.
Ay, karuna dito.
Si Miss Rona na inaog sa na imong kamot gwapa.
Okay, ma'am. Done na, ma'am.
Thank you. So any other questions from the school heads? Inyo gyud ang palakpakan si Rona kay your request is granted. No? Our schedule July
Morning, okay, no more concerns?
Dahil naman po din na concern, can we use our SIP doc as a copy of strategic goals?
Thank you, sir, daw.
Okay, so there is a question from Ma'am Editha Tawan-Tawan. Good morning, everyone. Can we use our SIP doc as a copy of the school's strategic goals?
Okay. Please, Ma'am Maricar.
Okay, Sir Bridget, answer that question, please. Sir Jet.
Itubag na ni Sir Bridget gahapon sa secondary.
Bridget, tubagan dyan.
Yes, ma'am. If the concern is all the school's strategic direction, of course, our school's strategic direction is indicated in our SIP. So that can be used as an MOVs as long as the SIP is approved by the division office. Then that could be used as the MOVs for the school strategic goal. So again, the strategic goal of the school is indicated in the SIP, the same with the strategic directions or strategic directions of the division, which is indicated in the DEDP or Division Education Development Plan.
Okay, Ma'am Eden.
Okay, school
Thank you
heads.
daw, Sir Bridget. Thank you daw.
Ay ba, Ma'am Car? Here's
Yes, sir.
message in the chat from Anissa Disukor. Hope makita sa tanila. Unsa kay gipasabot ni ani?
Pasabot ani ni Ma'am.
Please, Ma'am Anissa Disukor, what do you mean?
Yes, ma'am. I read your question a while ago. Akong balikon yung question, ha. In behalf also the NQESH examinees, basin pwede sa may maka-appeal nga after exam may magpa-rate sa OPCRF. No, ma'am. In case ang imo ang rating time na belong na conflict sa imong exam, that's the time ma-exempted ka. But if dili gali imong district, kinanglan na adyo ka sa imo ang time na ihatag ni Ma'am Eva na schedule.
Okay, I think the answer is very clear. Another question from Ma'am Sinaida Umar. Ma'am, SDS naman ni SDS siguro ni. Is there any plus factor for school head, especially when the school garnered awards in division and regional level competition? What's our answer on this, Ma'am Car?
If a plus factor, if it is indicated in DepEd order number 24 series of 2020, just review that DepEd order, released at September 7, 2020. Kung naa na dito sa atong OPCRF, then pwede ta mo hatag. Kung wala siya, di wala siya.
Okay. Ikaw, ma'am.
Then from Ma'am Christine kinsa man ni. Good morning to our SDS, ASDS, and two chiefs. Clarification on 1.3 MOV OSDS certification of submission of Form 7.
Unsa ni siya?
Unsa
Ma'am
ni
Car?
siya?
Iba? Unsa ni?
Ma'am
Form
Christine.
7 sa kwan na OSDS. I think it's from
yes.
Sir Arman.
Sir Arman.
Sir Arman siguro na siya.
Sir Arman.
Palihog ko ni Sir Arman.
Namin naman si Sir Arman.
Palihog ko, tawagi daw.
Sir Arman.
Sa
Sir
atin.
Arman. Tubaga. Tubaga na yung question mo.
Tubaga. Oy.
Walay plus factor man.
Ako sang tubagon while waiting for Sir Arman kini sa plus factor sa awards. Actually, we have an MOV under sa CID nga that will allow you to present mga a number of awards no for a certain rating. Naa siya sa as MOV sa ang awards received. Kindly just check.
Pero dili
Thank
siya
you.
plus factor chief, naalang siya sa KRA nga mga awards.
Naagid siya sa KRA. Oo.
That is why I am telling you a while ago, you read first that one, makita na ninyo tanan.
Sir Arman. Okay.
Nana si Sir Arman kay nandunggan na akong tingog.
Okay. Actually, Sir Warnie is also with us.
Sige.
Sir Warnie can answer that question.
Sige.
Sir Warnes?
Monday, Sir Warnie. Namurag na ako. Sir Warren, asa naman ka?
I know Sir Warnie joined us in this meeting. Asa na to si Sir Warnie?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Good morning.
Sir Warren, the question is actually on the certification of submission of Form 7. The school heads through Ma'am Christine would like to ask. Sige, sir.
Actually, ma'am, good morning by the way. Sir ED, good morning, ma'am. Sir Arman.
Good morning.
Oh.
What is that question all about? What is that 1.3 in Form 7? Because I could not remember. I could not remember that the OSD is required to have a certification in Form 7. What is that 1.3 all about? Kindly read it.
Kana lang yun, certification.
Basin ko na siya, ma'am. Basin sa ilahang MOBs na siya, part silang MOBs.
MOB na siya, MOB lagi.
Sa preparation. Ma'am Ebs, good morning.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Basin ko na siya, ma'am, part na silang MOBs sa ilang pag-submit sa Form 7. Timeliness.
I think one, it's all about timeliness of the submission of Form 7. Kung asa sila makarate, kung sa'yo ba sila 5, kung dugay ba sila 1. I think it's all about timeliness of the submission.
Yeah, marag man na siya, timeliness na siya. Pwede si Sir Arman ang makahimuan na, ma'am, given na he is the signatory sa ato ang Form 7 sa division level. Then mo initial lang ang personnel, kaya ang personnel may process gyud consolidate.
Timeliness mo na. Sige, tubag. Wait sa. Sige.
Okay, sa submission sa Form 7, it's all about time. So, maybe I'll be the one to sign it for the submission as prompt certification. Certification as to the timeliness submission of Form 7. It's part.
Okay, thank you, Sir Arman. There's another question from Sir Necesario Mako. Good morning, everyone. The new RPMS was issued to the field in Q4, which requires only 2 COTs for IPCRF. Can I include a teacher which just started her service last February this year in the IPCRF evaluation? Thank you very much. Yes, sir. You include that teacher in the IPCRF because the end of our school year is June 25. So nag-start man siya February, i-count na lang nimo on what is unsay naa niya from February, March, April, May,
June,
July. 6
certification, OSDS man. Come on na. May naghatag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You include the teacher in the IPCRF since the ending of the school year is June 25. So from February to June, unsa ang iyang mga documents presented? Yes, you include the teacher. Kay basig dili niya nakadawat og PBB.
I agree with Chief Maricar, sir. I agree with Chief Ablin. You please include, no?
Another question from Ma'am Edita Tawan-Tawan. So, I'm happy to become an announcer this morning, Eb. So, good morning once again. Nakabaw pa lang ko, nagpa-makeup na lang ko sa parlor. Good morning once again. For 3.6 MOV is school-based Sarimanok certification be accepted. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ang Sarimanok certification, I'll sign that document. Kay nakamag yung mga MOVF nga pila na ka points ang school division level, regional, and national. Ana siya.
Mm.
Kung naa dito sa MOV nga accepted ang school kay na may MOV mga wala nangita og school diretso sa region, national or province. Ana.
District.
But for Sarimanok certification, for the CID, we will accept the school-based Sarimanok certification because we were not able to finish all the evaluation of all schools during that time because of COVID. Okay, so that's for CID, for the part of CID.
Okay, Ma'am Winda pa lang. Ang mga AO na pod ang gasubmit, ma'ams and sir. Wako kasabot ani nga question.
Siguro ang kuan ni siya, ang katong sa certification sa Form 7.
Okay.
So we will clarify with Sir Armand regarding this matter. Kay according to Ma'am Grace Pulbos, Ma'am Car,
Sir Armand, do we need to ask for a certification from the school's AO? Pwede siguro para makita ni kung kanus amo nag-submit ani para sa inyong timeliness.
Yes.
It might be para ma-justify ang timeliness sa pag-submit niyo. I think it is connected with Form 7. Ganina.
Ganina, Ma'am Car, na-address si Sir Arman, nilakaw na.
Excuse me, Ma'am Chief, both Chief.
Yeah.
Pwede ko maka-comment bahin sa Form 7?
Yes, sir.
Actually, ang mag-prepare doon na is ang sa submission na actually, tinuod ang IO2. Pero ang signatory na is prepared by IO2, certified correct sa principal, ay hadal on dire. So dili na mapwede nga itulod lang na diretso sa IO2. So nagi-role ang principal na. Kung atong tanaw ng duties and functions sa IO2, IO2 will only assist ito sa mga school heads. So dili pwede nga ilan ang itulod diretso tanan sa IO2 nga mao nay mag-issue og certification. Gikas ilaha kay dili man na ma-submit diri kung dili sila mo pirma. So nagi sila i-role. So pag pirma pa lang nila dito na magsugod ang timeliness. Dito na mag-start kung immediate ba or timely ba ang ilang pag-submit. So ang IO2 na din ang muanhi diri para diri man nato makita naman diri ang reckoning sa every 5th or 3rd day. So diri nato na sila kita na mohimo sa certification based sa ilang pag-submit. Pero dili ang EO lang yun tanan ang atong tagaan na nag-accountability as to the submission and preparation sa Form 7. The Form 7 emanates from DTR, which is signed by the principal. The Form 7, the same, signed by the school principal. So maggikan gyapon gyud na sila ha. So again, dili nato na mahatulod tanan the accountability and preparation sa and submission sa Form 7. Nagyapoy participation ang principal. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Warren. So, ganina ang Sarimanok natubag naman mo. Classroom structuring ang Sarimanok nga kuan.
Yes, Ma'am Car.
Natubag
Yes,
na
Ma'am Car.
kanina. Okay, natubag na po ni kang Ma'am Wilda, Form 7, gitubag ni Sir Warney. Kang Ma'am Rondes, Form 7, natubag na ni Sir Warney. Any other questions? Wala na? Unsa pa? Nahulog naman lagi sila, Ev. Wala na ipangutana. Napa di ay. Zanaida Umar, ma'am, good morning to two chiefs. We would like to clarify the MOVs on the objectives 2.6 emerging opportunities and challenges. What activities or programs that are in line with the KRA? Good morning, ma'am. Kasabot na ko ani. If in case in the KRA, mangayo si Ma'am Eva, na may kombinasyon na emerge man nato from the SJD. Example, the youth, na ipangayoon akong youth, na ipangayoon silang Ma'am Eva sa ila in one, dinha lang siya nga objective. Then, as grade from the CID and SGOD, kami na bahala ana, i-plus na mo, divided by 2. That is your final grade. So, muhatag o grade ang CID, muhatag o grade ang SGOD, then we will total that one and divided by 2. Mo na siya ang final grade. So, what activities or programs that are in line with this KRA? Of course, the example sa akong youth, na-adyo na inyo ang mga Mga special program sama sa scouting, etc., etc. Kabalo na mo unsa mga special program na belong sa SGOD. Naasad mo yung mga programs under the CID. Makita na ninyo dito every time nga nami pangayoon. Sa among mga special program o the special program po sa CID.
Yes,
In terms of
of course.
curriculum, kami,
Of course,
in terms of
Par.
curriculum, si Eva, kami sad, in terms of sa mga activities sa youth for non-curriculum. Si Ma'am
Yes.
Eva sa curriculum activities, kami sa non-curriculum. So if Ma'am Eva mangayo grade, ako muhatag po ko grade sa non-curriculum. Example ka na mga Girl Scout, Boy Scout, etc. Dilay grade ni Ma'am Eva, itotal na mo, divided by 2. Kung performer ang school, dako din siya grado. Kung weak siya sa curriculum, strong siya sa SGOD, ma-divide gyapon ng score. Ana siya, Ma'am Zanaida.
Okay. And do not worry, dear school principals, because we will be guiding you through and through. Now, after this meeting, I will be discussing these matters with the PSDSS so that they can also guide you, so that all of you will get unsa gayto Ma'am Car, an outstanding
Perfect score of 5. I will give a perfect score this year.
Yes, Ma'am
This
Car.
year, mo-warrant ang inyong document. But anyway, walay diversion sa among document. Unsa nga document among gipangayo, last performance rating, kung nag-submit lang mo sa office, mo atoy among pangayoon. But dito na kita mag-abot sa timeliness because naay gibutang nako nga pizzas dito sa inyong submission. When I sign that document, naay pizza nga akong gibutang. So wala yung mawala sa among document as of last year, mao gyapon among document nga gipangita. Okay, Ma'am Zenaida Omar, thank you daw Ma'am Car and Ma'am Eva. Then Ma'am Linda pa lang, thank you, Ma'am's answers. So thank you, thank you. Questions? Wala na, ganahan pa kayo kung magtubag.
Verification, Ma'am Car.
Verification for 1.3 of the OSDS 2 and 3 are in red ink. What does this imply?
I'll answer that, Ma'am Car, kay that actually is the concern of ICTO, Sir Florderic, pero during our crafting, he said that's going to be evaluated next year pa, next rating period. That's why that's in red ink. So don't worry.
Okay, another question from Ma'am Rosario Ramo. Clarification for 1.1. Is this referred to school head only or pwede teacher? What is that 4.1? Kung saan ang 4.1, Ma'am Ev?
Vision sharing, Ma'am Chief. Vision, mission, and core value sharing.
Oh, we have a general vision in the whole Philippines. Mission for the whole
Philippines. Kabuok,
Philippines.
ni naman na mausap.
Yes. United we stand, divided we fall.
Fall.
So you present
Personal and professional development, ma'am. 4.1.
Yes,
Personal and professional development.
About sa mga certificates.
Actually, these are just mga certificates of training sa inyo.
Yes.
Ninyo.
When you remember last year, namin gipangayo nga documents under HRD na can you give us the training from the school heads o naapoy training from the teachers. Diba? Na ato siya category sa MOVs nga nangayo mi og trainings nga gikandak sa mga na-attend sa mga teachers, naapoy nag-attend ang mga school heads, naapoy training nga inyong gikandak nga given to the teachers, na ay kategory ani last year nga nangayo may both the teachers and the school heads. Kay among tan-awon kung pila ka buok teachers na training niyo based on your trainings. Nani last year, tanawa lang itong last year. That is why I am telling you, what are the MOVs nga among gipangayo last year, walay na wala. Igo lang yun siya na rearrange into another objectives. Kaya nisumpay na ta sa DepEd Order number 24, series of 2020, released September 7, 2020. Ato nang gilinya ni kay, human naman ang pandemic, murag wala-wala na. Okay. Ma'am Christine, thank you po. Thank you very much. Clear na? Wala na? Kaya magpa-parlors ako.
Ma'am, na-clear na din kang kuan, kang Rosario Romo nga 4.1
Yes,
KRS.
sir. Yes, sir. Answered na na, sir.
Okay. I hope Mrs. Ramo is will acknowledge also if she is clarified, please.
That's all about training, sir.
Rosario, okay na?
Lagi, i-explain na lagi na ako.
Answer na na ni Chief.
Okay, so Ma'am Rosario, thank you very much. Thank you na daw ingon si Ma'am Rosario Ramo. Si Ma'am Gisette Lumusad, thank you so much. Okay na si Sir Rosario Ramos, sir. Thank you. Ma'am
Okay.
Christine, also thank you for addressing our appeal and clarifications. According to Ma'am
Okay.
Christine. Amira Ampaso, thank you very much. So wala na questions?
Okay, ako na po yung thank you ninyo, Ma'am Car, Ma'am Eva, and SDS,
Yes, sir.
Arman, Warnie, and all personnel who assisted in the open forum. Salamat kayo sa inyo tanan. Kamo na'y bahala diha kay mamirma pa ko.
And most of all,
Thank you so much also SDS for gracing this emergency meeting.
Okay, thank you, Jen.
Picture po ta, Jen. Ay, sa gawa, Sir Ed and Ma'am Rose. Kay magpa-picture, kay magpa-parlor ba na si Ma'am Car later.
Okay, congratulations in advance for your 5 points. Lagi.
Ma'am Car, Ma'am Eve, we have to inform in advance to our school heads that the awarding will be awarding the schools who were awarded during the regional mancom. Kato bitaw sa atong photography ba to?
Yes, sir.
We will
Katong
award them
gikapoy.
during the mancom na siguro.
Yes, sir.
Katong gikapoy tag paso-paso, sir. Katong gikapoy tag kuha sa daghang awards.
Oo, kay kuanta ka bises 23 times ta gitawag sa stage.
Dapat,
23
sir,
times.
nagaon ming duhang chief adto, sir.
Kay sige sa kanaog no 23 times. With the SDS.
23 times.
Oo.
Ika-23 times mo nato silang papasuhon.
Okay, balance mo ta. So the wording will be during the mancom na para
Yes, sir.
proper ha. Okay.
Final na to, sir. No? Final na, 25-26 ang Mancom, M.
Yes,
Yes.
po. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Ma'am Car.
Ayaw po sa amin.
Mauna nga ito, gapon dahil. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Hello, Sir Eddie.
Yes, okay.
Hello. Hi.
Okay,
Sir
Jen.
Ed, asking permission, sir, I would like to take this opportunity to inform all our school heads and, of course, our top management and school heads or section heads in our division that we have already the central office already released the DepEd Order number 34 series of 2022 dated July 11, 2022 on the school calendar and activities for the school year 2022-2023, and the school year 2022-2023 shall formally open on Monday, August 22, 2022.
Okay. Please take note, school heads. Then also we'll disseminate that, Bridget.
Yes, sir. We will work on the memorandum this day.
Okay. So it will end on March. Bridget?
Bridget, end on?
This will end on July 7, sir, 2023.
Okay. Sige. Thank you.
You're welcome,
Kita
sir.
na po mga gwapang principal o gwapong principal dire.
Okay, so I guess all your concerns, school heads, were all answered and it is all been addressed. So I hope all of us is happy na. All your requests, all your apprehensions were answered already. So I hope you are all satisfied and as well happy. So
Wala mo question si Elber? Ma'am Car?
Sir Elver Gonisto, are you around?
Yes, Ma'am Jen.
Wala question, Elber.
Wala si Red, naminaw ra ko nimo si Red. Ako rang ipaminaw imong mga tubag niya tanan.
Okay. Okay. Kulbar bag t-shirt to? O design?
Oh, Sir Elber, natubag na ko imong question, na-download na imong second quarter.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
Ano
ma'am.
naman na siya.
Out na sa OPCRF, ma'am.
Si Anime, wala po question si Anime. Wala question si
Wala.
Anime.
Smiling is Runa, oh. Smiling. Ma'am Graylick, naki-question na ang Ma'am Shello. Oh, sawa. Wala na siya pangutana, sir.
Okay.
So, other,
Okay, so
Si Ma'am
all
Gunita Juliet, may question? Nanampiling man? Di madungog si Ma'am Juliet, no? Oh, di madungog si Ma'am Juliet, nagka-mute.
Good morning, Sir SDS. Good morning,
May
everyone.
question?
Kaya
Thank
man
you.
sa answer, akong concern karon sir kay wala gyud mi naka-start sa among summer classes para sa among mga struggling because of the preparation of the IPCRF the teachers. As of now, ongoing pang among pag-rate kay naglisod puntaon sila produce sa ubang kuan nila sir. Dayon. How do we go about this one, sir?
Ganun
Naagit
maglisod
ni
man.
kada
What
grade
is
levels,
the nila?
sir?
Ganun maglisod man nga every time ato man gunang gabaton kung once ma-accomplish ang isa ka indicator ato na nag-file.
Alagi sir, but nagtagaan mag-priority as of now, sir, then. Kaning mga bata nga among gi identify nga among kandakan, kanos amon need supposedly mo end gani, sir? Naa dito sa memorandum akong nabasa that was July 4 supposedly kay holiday man to siya. Then ang mga maestra mo ni bakasyon pa pud kadyot, wala pa gyud namo ma-formally na kuan sir na started. Then window kana supposedly kanus aman ni si mo answer kay amo mag-cover up lang mi.
Ma'am
Ah,
Ma'am Car,
Yes,
Iba, let's answer the question.
Ma'am Juliet, nga nung napaman kay struggling, nga remember our grade is 90 above. Napaday struggling nga 90 above.
Naami few ma'am nga kuan kanang ubos-ubos ang grado na. Wala kaabot sa 90 ma'am.
I'll answer your question, Ma'am Juliet.
Yes,
First of all, I would like you to please read DepEd Order number 25, series of 2022, that is on the end of school year classes, no?
Yes,
Actually, we sent out yesterday a division memo regarding that matter. All of the specifications are there. So we are supposed, actually sa memorandum, it's indicated that you will have to start on July 24, not 4, ma'am. July 24.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. However, during our meeting with the regional chief of the CLMD, she requested us to already start even before July 24. Pwede na gali ka mag-start, ma'am, karong adlaw. We will just count because for the enhancement program, you will have to have 15 days for that. For the remedial or remediation, you can start right away and end on August 12.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Please, naatanan, ma'am, indicated in the memo all the instructions regarding this matter. Salamat.
Division
Sige, ma'am. Salamat. Division memo number 25, ma'am, no?
Yes, ma'am, Ron.
334, Division Memorandum 334.
Division memo 334. DepEd memo 25. DepEd order 25. Actually, it's an order.
Okay, ma'am.
Series of 2022. Salamat.
Ma'am Ev, good morning, Ma'am Ev.
Yes, sir.
This is just hello, ma'am. Good morning. This is just kuan, ma'am. Kaning pwede suggestion, pwede recommendation.
Yes, sir.
ang evaluation sa among OPCRF, ma'am, what we are going to do, there will be a schedule by district, ma'am, of the teams to evaluate the school heads, or the school heads will go to the division office as scheduled time.
Sir,
Actually,
Eva.
yes, Ma'am Jen.
Yes,
Ikaw answer.
Actually, Sir Elver, we have already issued a memorandum regarding that matter. As to the teams and the dates, scheduled dates for your OPCRF schedule. So there are already instructions as to where we are going to go during your scheduled date. But I guess we are going to adjust that since naka-agree na nga i-move ang ato ang date. So we will be issuing another korehindom for the schedule. But as to instructions as to where you are going to do and the teams, it is already specified in the issued memorandum.
Okay, Ma'am Jen. Thank you, Ma'am Jen.
And aside from that, Ma'am Eva, I would like to remind everyone that we have already issued POD, another division memorandum number 326, that the schedule of submission of your IPCRF rating of your teachers is on July 15, the deadline.
Yes.
We have already issued a memorandum, and aside from submitting the hard copy, you are also going to input the data on the link provided.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Ev.
Salamat.
So I guess, Ma'am Ev,
yes, Jen.
mga schoolets are already happy na and they're all satisfied kay their apprehensions, their worries were all addressed, and their request for rescheduling of the officer rating is moved. So, Ma'am Ev, let us call this a day.
Yes, salamat kaayo sa tanan. Thank you very much, Chief Maricar. Na instant koan si Chief.
Yes.
Announcer.
Instant
DJ.
announcer.
DJ.
Salamat, Ma'am Rose and Sir Eddie. Thank you to our school heads. That's
yes,
all.
ma'am. Thank you again. Thank you all.
Let's all have a happy day.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
thank you so
ma'am.
much
Thank you
for your
all.
presence.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Once again.
Sir Ed, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Be good, boy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Sige.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. God bless. Madam.